I saw the Acolyte leaked photos. Obviously, I can't show them here on YouTube, but I did get them in a DM on Instagram from my buddy. And I gotta say, they look pretty interesting. I'm gonna go over them right now. I'm gonna kind of like a watch party style, so I know you can't see them, but you could always just Google them yourself. All right, well, one of the first images is a Nemoidian. He actually looks pretty gruesome. He looks pretty good. He seems to be in some sort of a room. Obviously, there's a screen to his right, a little bit behind him, where someone is looking at the photo. There's also a Nemoidian that's kind of guarding him or protecting him or watching over him or something like that behind him. And he seems to be like gawking at a screen. So having just, seen some sort of like information or something like that. The next image is a bunch of Jedi being trained at the Jedi Temple. It doesn't look super closed like the Kenobi show did. I don't even think this could be in like in the void or whatever it is that they call that room where, how they shoot all those films. But it looks great. It actually looks really good. It looks like the old Jedi Temple. It has a bit of like a heroic filter over it. Almost everything's kind of like warm and yellow almost, and the students are wearing kind of like tunics and Jedi robes, and there is an instructor with their back to us. The one after that is what appears to be a Jedi. It's a female. She is got green skin. I don't think it's a Twi'lek because I can't see her Montrals or anything like that. So the race could be something else, but she seems to be walking in some sort of a city of some sorts, and she's using the Force to open the doors that are sliding this way. The image after that, the final image, is pretty dope, I gotta say. We got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 Jedi, and they all have lightsabers and they're all ignited, and it seems to be like they're almost looks like some sort of like cave forest like type of place, and they seem to be at the ready. Like they are full on guard position with their sabers, ready to go, each one in several different styles. And there seems to be a leader at the front of it with a blue lightsaber. We have 3 green lightsabers, which is indicative of 3 users who are extremely powerful in the Force. 2 blue, which is indicative of being like a guardian, like Anakin and Obi-Wan. And then we have 1 2 3. We got 3. I would even call these orange. I wouldn't even say they're yellow. Yellow is more so knowledge. You're very knowledge based. These are, of course, lore explanations, legends explanations. And orange would be... I actually don't even know what orange is, really. All right, well, this is saying balance and harmony between the light and dark sides of the Force. I mean, you can kind of guess that because it's red and yellow, but, I wouldn't really go too far with that, but that's kind of like purple, and yeah, perhaps, I guess. So yeah, I mean, those are the photos. To be honest, it looks actually pretty amazing. It doesn't look bad or cheaply made at all or in any sort of way. You can go back on the channel, I would say 2 to 3 years, and I have always been extremely excited for the Acolyte show, talking about it pretty well. That is until, of course, Leslie Headland had to make her remarks, which were actually from 2019. And you can find that on my Instagram. I made a video about it as well, and many others also made videos about it, which was from a old SoundCloud interview from 2019, I believe, sent to me by Diamond Figs. Shout out to Diamond Figs. And of course, the funny remarks from some of the actors involved in the show at Star Wars Celebration always, puts a smile on my face, like, all right, well, whatever. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to execution and who you have writing the whole thing, and how it's going to be directed by Leslie Headland. Now, the leaks for this show, the premise, and we're going to get to this in this topic here in another video. The premise is what the leaks say, and we don't know if this is even true at all. So this is all I've heard through the grapevine. Essentially, we have a village. We have a Force-sensitive child in the village. We have bad guys that come to the village and they destroy the village every so often, every year or whatever, it might be 10 years, whatever. And the village is very aware of this. So these pirates or pillagers, whatever they are. So the Jedi come to this village randomly because they sense someone in the Force, a very powerful child. And that's what Jedi do. They basically take you from your family if you're powerful in the Force. And so they go to this village, they take the kid, they're like, hey, we want your kid, it's Force sensitive, he has to be a Jedi or she has to be a Jedi, and we're going to train her. And so the family says, okay, well, you know what? Let's make a deal. You can take our child only if you protect us from the pillagers that come and destroy our village every so often. This is when they're coming. I need you here. protect us, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, deal. Of course, what happens? The Jedi never show up. The village gets destroyed. Everyone dies except for one kid, and it's a girl. And she apparently is the sister of the other Force-sensitive child that was taken by the Jedi. He apparently also has Force sensitivity. I guess it's latent or something like that. Maybe it's not so evident at the moment. That's why the Jedi couldn't pick up on it. But after that, she vows to destroy the Jedi for never showing up and holding their end of the bargain. This deal's getting worse every time. So from there, then you get some Sith dudes that come in, or Darksiders, or whatever it might be, because the Sith are in shadows, so I don't really know how that's going to play out in the story. And they all of a sudden take this child. They find the child in the village. They take her, and they make her into apparently like some badass Force user. Seems like a cool premise to me, man. You know, you have cause, you have emotion, you have, you know, reason to hate the Jedi. And I like the fact that it's taking a bit more of a darker center fold on this, a darker perspective on this. You're focusing on more of like a dark side character, which I think is dope. I hope she's not going to like switch up at the last second like they do in every sort of Star Wars show since Disney bought it. So, like I said, I am looking forward to the show. I think it's going to be, how do we say this? I think it's going to be badass based on what I've heard and the photos and this and that. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to the things they do, the things they say, how it's going to be played out, how it's directed, how it's shot. There's so much that goes into a Star Wars picture besides just, you know, getting great actors or a great director in that sense. And, you know, with the Kenobi show, we had the most brilliant actors, Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor, but we had god-awful directing and god-awful writing, in my opinion. You know, and saying that having Obi-Wan and Vader fighting, I mean, you could do that in a fan film and it's going to be just as badass because those two characters are badass. So you put them in the same scene together, no matter what they could be like, you know, each one could be on a toilet on opposite ends and they could be like talking to each other. And it would still be badass, okay? It would be funny. It would be badass. Like, these are characters that are timeless. And if you have them swinging lightsabers at each other, it's going to be cool no matter what you do. But that is not what makes the show. The show is so much more, you know, Obi-Wan and Anakin and Vader are so much more than just that. So I really think that show could have been better. But hey, look, we got the Acolyte. It's coming out in the summer. And I'm very excited for it for sure. Ever since its first trailer at the Celebration in London last year, the hype for Star Wars series The Acolyte has only grown. Fans eager for any update on the highly anticipated project. Now, Collider has learned that the live-action High Republic set series from creator Leslie Headland is set to release on Disney Plus this summer. That's crazy, man. They're moving pretty quick on this. So, you know, what is it? We got probably Skeleton Crew coming after that. We have right now The Bad Batch, which will take us 16 episodes, 3 episodes of which are in the first episode. So the first night of the premiere. So we have only 13 left, which is 13 weeks. Really, I guess 12 weeks. Which is 3 months. So 3 months from February is March, April, May, but probably Acolyte comes out in like June or July. Probably 8 episodes. It'll run us 2 months, most likely take us into the fall or August, end of August. And then Skeleton Crew probably starts sometime in October or November. And we'll get the game Outlaws probably sometime around there as well. Getting something. Tales of the Jedi Season 2, literally the thing I'm most anticipating and really the only show I care about, to be honest. Probably will come out somewhere in between there. I'm going to guess, I don't think they would launch it May 4th, which, you know, while The Bad Batch is still happening. Or would The Bad Batch still be happening? 3 months? April. Yeah, it could be. Could be. But is it going to be 16 episodes? Oh, we already have the episodes, eh? Oh, it's got 15 episodes. Jedi Master. Oh, yeah, Jonas. So that's dope. It was a Wookiee Jedi named Kelnaka. Sweet. Yeah, see, all these characters I don't know because I haven't read The High Republic, which I suppose I now have to listen to it. The Acolyte will premiere on Disney Plus in summer 2024. Stay tuned to Collider for more information. Ah, sweet, dude. Yeah, I mean, Carrie-Anne Moss is a badass actor, and she was great in The Matrix. She was also great in Disturbia and a few other films that she was in, which I can't name right now. Oh, they're changing it. The Acolyte takes place 50 years before The Phantom Menace. Holy crap. They said 200 years. 50 years before The Phantom Menace. I mean, Plagueis is around, dude. Whew. If they don't put Plagueis in this, geez, I mean, that's going to be tough. 50 years? Why would they put themselves in that position if they're not going to put Plagueis and Palpatine? Oh, God. Oh. Okay, well, you know what? Let's not freak out. Plagueis just happens to be my favorite book of all time, so we're just gonna have to wait and see how they do this and navigate around it. I mean, there's got to be some mention of him somewhere. He is around, you know, so I guess we'll wait and see what happens. But those are the leaks. And again, I cannot confirm if those are real or fake. They're just what was sent to me, but they look pretty legit. I personally think, in my opinion, that they could be real. But if you want to go search for them yourself, that's at your own discretion. And then it's coming out in the summer, and it's 50 years before The Phantom Menace now, apparently. Not 200. Wow. A lot of information in this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Share it around with your friends and maybe let them know about everything and potential spoilers in this. Hope you're all having a great day. Check out theorysabers.com to grab your saber. The full site will be ready by the time this comes out. It'll be ready before May 4th. So we're going to have a huge, massive blowout sale of everything. So just to welcome everyone in, and thank you for your patience for waiting for the site, but it's being worked on every single day. So is Vader Episode 2. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you always.